Hey everyone, so welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Lovely and Coco, and we're here with a red glam look tutorial. Alrighty, so I'm so glad you guys came back. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my new videos. Alright you guys, I had a lot of fun doing this look, so we're going to jump right into it. So my last video ended with my eyebrows, and this is actually where I stopped.
Just holla, holla if you hear me. My karma coming through clearly. Hey, little mama, need you near me. I mean, it's all in a memory. We can break it down.
So what we're going to do now is go in with an eye primer. I'm going to use the JLaRue Cosmetics Eye Fix in the shade 1065. Alright, so we're going to go all over my lids. We're going to make sure that we try to cover up at least the part that I missed with the concealer that I have on the top under my eyebrow. And then later on we're actually going to buff that out. So right now I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid.
You don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got.
So what I'm doing right now, ladies and gents, I am blending out the edges of my JLaRue eyeshadow primer. I'm actually using the brush that came in my Glamlite palette. It's a angled, almost fluffy kind of brush. It's kind of dense, but not super dense. So I'm using that to actually fluff out the edges, make them nice and soft, so that when I go in with one of my shadows later on, it won't be super hard to blend that part out. Alright, so you guys stay tuned.
Icebox where my heart used to be, but I never meant to freeze you. You see me on a video, now you hear me on the radio. I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, damn, I got a crush on you. Won't even put the rush on you. Tip top, you don't stop. To the tip, you don't.
Alright you guys, so we know anything we do on one side, we must do to the other. So we're going to go on to my other lid and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to add the JLaRue eyeshadow primer and then we are going to buff it out. So sorry for blocking. I had something in my eye, so I was getting out.
Heard you like the way that I break it down. Such a addictive vibe and wanna stay a while. You can ride this wave. We can paint this town. Do it right away, don't wait. What you saying now? You see me on the video, now you hear me on the radio. I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, damn, I got a crush on you. Won't even put the rush on you. Tip top, you don't stop. To the tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. One-way trip, who you gon' spend it with? If I could have anyone, if I could have just holla if you hear me. My karma coming through clearly. Hey, little mama, need you near me. I mean it so sincerely. Let's make it more than a memory. We can break it down, roll it in a Philly. You can meet me downtown at the 50. All the feels what you giving me, babe.
Alright, so what I am showing you guys right here is going to be the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. I'm going to use the light brown shade, which if I'm not mistaken is called Yodit. I'm going to use that on my crease at the very top where you see the Juvia's, where you see my shade that I used on my eyebrows and that eyeshadow primer kind of coming together. That's going to be inside the crease, so you want to put it in there to kind of help soften up that space. Now I figured out after I started using my brush that it had a little bit of leftover product on it, so it came out darker than I wanted, but that's okay. We're doing a bright red look. You're not going to see the majority of that. So I ended up wiping it off, with what you see me doing now. And then I go back in on my other eye and I use that same color. Alright, so you guys just keep on watching.
Hit you up when you're changing them sheets. Can't even stunt, that's the way niggas be. But don't judge me off games and leisure. Go raps when I'm off that tequila. Icebox where my heart used to be, but I never meant to freeze you. You see me on the video, now you hear me on the radio. True, I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, damn, I got a crush on you. Won't even put the rush on you. You don't stop to the tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. It's a one-way trip, who you gon' spend it with? If I could have anyone, ooh, if I could have anyone. You like the way that I break it down.
Okay guys, so what I'm doing right now is showing you my Anastasia Beverly Hills matte lipstick in the color Ruby. I'm actually using this color on, surprisingly, my eyelid. I'm going to use this as a base because I do not have a colored base, like a red color base like my JLaRue Cosmetics eyeshadow primer base. I do not have a red color or an orange color. So because of that, I'm going to use lipstick. It works just as great. So after I'm finished putting this on both of my eyelids, we will go in with the eyeshadow, which will make it be more of an intense red. Alright you guys, so we're just going to go ahead and fill my whole entire lid with this color. After we fill it in, we will blend. Everything we do, we blend. Okay you guys, so right here I'm going in with my tapered crease brush. I'm actually got this brush from Morphe. It is from the All I Want palette, or I'm sorry, the All I Want brush set. I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to blend out the edges of my lipstick. With this particular part, I go in, I blend, I add more, I blend, and then I do the same thing to the other eye. So you just want to make sure that you blend it all out. It doesn't have to be super thick because like I said, we're going to put red eyeshadow on top of this and that will just pack on the color. So just make sure you get your eyelid to be red, and that's pretty much all we need.
Hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, before I put the cuffs on you, won't even put the rush on you. Tip top, you don't stop. To the tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. It's a one-way trip, who you gon' spend it with? If I could have anyone, ooh, if I could have anyone, they be like, girl, you know he a hoe, he a freak, fucking different girls every day of the week. Probably hit you up when he changing them sheets. Can't even stunt, that's the way niggas be. But don't judge me off games and leisure. Go raps when I'm off that tequila. Icebox where my heart used to be, but I never meant to freeze you. You see me on the video, now you hear me on the radio. True, I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, damn, I got a crush on you. Won't even put the rush on you. Tip top, you don't stop. To the tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. It's a one-way trip, who you gon' spend it with? vibe and wanna stay a while. You can ride this wave. We can paint this town. Do it right away, don't wait. What you saying now? You can see me on the video. No, you hear me on the radio. I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chilling, I be on some zen shit. Ooh, damn, I got a crush on you.
Okay, so now that I am done blending out both sides for the most part, what I am going to do now is I'm going to check and make sure there's no major splotches, no major areas where I missed adding this red lipstick. Then we're going to go in with the paint palette from Glamlite. What we're going to use in this palette is going to be this super bright red, almost crimson red color. I'm going to show it to you right now. It's going to be this red color right here, and we're going to go in and we're going to pack that in to the eyelid. We're going to make sure we get it nice and heavy. Alright, so I'm going to start packing on the inside of my eye. I'm going to work my way out. I'm going to try to make sure I do not miss any major areas, because with a bright color like red, orange, yellow, any of those colors, especially like a neon color, you will notice if it's really splotchy. So take your time and make sure you get it in all the areas. Do not use a buffing motion. I've learned that if you use a patting motion, it will pack the color in heavier and then go back later on and buff it out. So right now I'm just going to pat all the way up to my crease, and then I will buff out that crease to make sure that it's nice and seamless. And as I said, anything that we do, we always blend. So we're going to blend out the edges. time for the under eye. So we're going to go in with the same red I used on top, and we're going to buff that in to the under eye just to kind of, I don't know, brighten up the under eye area. With this particular look, I didn't want to use another color. I wanted to keep it red, so I chose to go in with the exact same color I used on the top lid. No base, no lipstick, just that red shade, just so it wouldn't be too crazy looking, just a little bit of red. Okay, so I'm going to go in next with the Huda Beauty Red Obsessions palette. I'm going to use the glittery red color in this palette. The reason why I'm using this is because whenever I'm doing a glitter look or a loose glitter look, I like to use a base after I use my bright shade that's a little shiny. And this is just the right amount of shine for me. So I'm going to put that all over both of my lids before I put on my glitter. So if you can see anything below the actual loose glitter, it'll still get a little bit of pop, a little bit of shine. So we're going to go in and do this on both eyes. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go in with the JLaRue My Cherry Amore. It's going to be the loose glitter that I'm going to use on top of everything else that we've already put down. This part takes a little bit of time, so definitely take your time. I rushed some parts of it, and some of my glitter was sticking up, some was laying in a weird direction, and I had to fix it later. And I also think it's a really good idea to start putting glue on the small portion of your eye like I did, and then we'll go back in later and we'll add glue in areas where we need the glue. If you put too much glue, you cannot take it off, but if you do a little bit at a time, you can always add more later. So we're going to go ahead and do this eye, and then we'll come back and we'll do the other eye after I get all the glitter put on this one. Alright, so right now I'm going back in with my glitter glue from Glam. We're going to use that to hold the glitter that I'm going to put into my inner corner. So we're going to do that on both eyes. And then we're going to go in with a super pigmented light glitter. You can use whatever you want to use, gold, silver. I chose to use the white magnetic, or the white glitter color from my Glamlite paint palette. It's called white, but it has actually some gold pigments in there, some reflective pigments, which actually made it look less white. So if you look at it, when I just looked up, it looks like a light cream color. It actually looks white in the palette, but it comes out this creamy white color. And so I decided to go back in with my NYX Professional Makeup Metallic Glitter. It's this super white bright color, so that is actually what I'm going in with now, to go back over the eyes and to try to get it to be a little bit brighter, since it didn't turn out the way I wanted with my original color. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go right back into my Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette, and I'm going to use, there is this dark maroon kind of reddish color in there. I'm going to go in and put that around the edges to kind of smoke it out, make it a little bit darker. I'm also going to do that around my bottom lash line, just to kind of make that a little bit darker as well, give it some dimension. So that's what you're seeing me doing right now. Okay, so what you're going to see me doing now is going in with one of these little brushes I got from Amazon. They were super cheap, like $5 maybe. And I use them to clean up underneath my eyes. I'm going to actually use this with a little bit of like cleaning solution from a wipe, the makeup wipes. And I'm just going to wipe off the excess color I do not want at the bottom. I want to create I already have cat eyes, but I want to create like an accentuated cat eye, so I'm pulling that color up and away, so actually removing the color up and away from the bottom of my face to kind of create that super slanted look. And so I'm actually going to go in and wipe off all the excess color, and then that's what we have left. Okay, so what you guys see me doing right now is going in with the Kiss Lash Glue Liner in black. I actually started to go in with this and then had to stop and switch over to a liquid liner that I have from Rimmel London. It's called the Extravagant Eyeliner. This one is a true liquid liner, so it actually was able to go over the glitter because I went down a little too far with my glitter. If you're going to try to redo this look, give yourself a little bit of space, leave your skin bare right above your lash line, and that way you can actually put your liner on. I did not do that, so I had to go in with the liquid liner, and I couldn't use my lash glue liner. So we're going to go ahead and finish that part up. We're going to do both eyes, and then we are almost done. I just have to line the bottom of my eyes, put a little bit of mascara on, and then we'll do our full face, which will be in the second part of this particular video. Actually, my third video. So it'll be in the third part of this group of videos.
You don't stop to the tip, tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. It's a one-way trip, you gon' spend it with. If I could have anyone, ooh, if I could have anyone, they be like, girl, you know he a hoe, he a freak, fucking different girls every day of the week. Probably hit you up when he changing them sheets. Can't even stunt, that's the way niggas be. But don't judge me off games and leisure. Go raps when I'm off that tequila. Icebox where my heart used to be, but I never meant to freeze you. You see me on the video, now you hear me on the radio. True, I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chilling, I be on some zen shit.
So what I decided to do right here was to put a little bit of concealer underneath the line that I just made with my eyeliner. One, to make it sharper, and two, because later on I'm going to go in and add some more of that NYX glitter, the metallic glitter. I'm going to add it on that line just to kind of make it pop just a little bit more. So right now I'm just going through and I'm cleaning up that black line and just making sure it's nice, straight, and sharp. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right back into our Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. I'm going to go into this really, really dark black color. It's actually not black. It's actually a purple color, but it looks black, but it's also shiny. So we're going to go into that and we're going to line our bottom lash line just to give it a little bit of a darker line, almost like I put eyeliner on it. So I'm going to do that on both eyes. Alright, so once I'm done with putting that eyeshadow on my bottom lash, I'm actually going to dip into the white color from the Glamlite paint palette, and I am going to put that on my lower lash line on my water duct on the inside of my eyes almost, because it's not as bright as the other white pigment, but it's just bright enough to kind of make the eyes stand out. So that's what I'm going to do right now on both eyes.
Just holla, holla if you hear me. My karma coming through clearly, ayy. Hey, lil' mama, need you near me. I mean it so sincerely. Let's make it more than a memory. We can break it down, roll it in a Philly. You can meet me downtown at the 50. All the feels what you giving me, babe. Hey, now you see me on the video, now you hear me on the radio. I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, before I put the cuffs on you, won't even put the rush on you. Tip top, you don't stop. To the tip, tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. It's a one-way trip, who you gon' spend it with? If I could have anyone, ooh, if I could have anyone, they be like, girl, you know he a hoe, he a freak. Fucking different girls every day of the week. Probably hit you up when he changing them sheets. Can't even stunt, that's the way niggas be. But don't judge me off games and leisure. Go raps when I'm off that tequila. Icebox where my heart used to be, but I never meant to freeze you. You see me on the video, now you hear me on the radio. I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, damn, I got a crush on you. Won't even put the rush on you. Tip top, you don't stop. To the tip, tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. It's a one-way trip, who you gon' spend it with? If I could have anyone, ooh, if I could have anyone. Heard you like the way that I break it down. Such a dig the vibe and wanna stay a while. You can ride this wave, we can paint this town. Do it right away, don't wait. What you saying now? When you see me on the video, now you hear me on the radio. I get the feeling you don't really know. I'm really hoping you can feel me though. See, I don't chase the attention. I be chillin', I be on some zen shit. Ooh, damn, I got a crush on you. Won't even put the rush on you. Tip top, you don't stop. To the tip, tip, you don't quit. It's a one shot, give it all you got. One-way trip, who you gon' spend it with?
Okay, you guys, so we are just about done, but this is the final look. Like I said, I will come back and I will do a third video that will show you how I did my foundation. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss it. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys next time.